British soccer fans rioting. If it wasn't for that, they would have almost no interest at all for anybody. Here's Tony in Marietta. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Neal, how are you?
Fine.
You got my goat with the soccer.
Why?
Well, I played in high school and I played in college.
Your mommy didn't want you to play any rough sports, huh?
Well, I'll tell you this. The thing that's wonderful about soccer is several things. First, the amount of time that a football player is actually engaged in running up and down the field is a very small portion of the total time of a football game. They're either walking back to the huddle or they're in the huddle.
Yeah.
In soccer...
That's because football takes strategy, and they got to think out what they're going to do.
In soccer, it's 90 minutes or 45 minutes each half of pure running, and the strategy is on the fly. The players have to think every second as to who's going to get the ball next.
Think. There's the ball. Kick it.
And who am I going to pass to? Who is open? And as far as physical contact...
Kick it over there.
As far as physical contact, I think some of the hard tackles that are made in soccer without any pads on are as physically damaging.
Tackles. That's tripping somebody. You call tripping somebody a tackle.
I would say that I would agree with you with this. As far as who won the Iran-USA game, it really doesn't matter in the large scope of things.
Certainly doesn't to me. So, thanks. Rugby. Now, rugby, there's a sport. I like the bumper sticker. Says it takes leather balls to play rugby. Oh, now. We'll be back. Neal Boortz, News Talk 750. This is WSB.
Super Summer Savings. Summertime and savings are sizzling.
Here at AirTran, we've been racking our brains trying to come up with a clever name for our July fair sale. Right now, we're trying all the alternatives out on a few average citizens.
Baby, these fares are hot.
Through September, you can fly nonstop to Savannah for $39. Greensboro, Orlando, or Raleigh-Durham for $59.
Jumping July Jubilee.
Washington, D.C., $69. Hartford, $79. And Boston for only $95 one way.
And the last one, July Fair Sale.
Yeah, I bet the ad agency worked all night on that one. Call your travel agent or AirTran.
And the politically incorrect truth is that soccer, known outside of this country as football, is incredibly and excruciatingly boring. I would rather sit and watch a dose of Roundup kill a weed than sit and watch a soccer game.
Maybe it's because you don't understand the rules.
And the soccer game is over. I mean, the Roundup will kill that weed much quicker than that soccer game will be over. Understand the rules. Belinda, here's the ball. There's the net. Kick the ball into the net. It's really complicated.
It can get a little more complicated.
That taxes me.
Oh, there's one more rule.
What's that?
You can't use your hands.
Oh, that's right.
That's it.
That's right. Okay. You can use any other appendage, is that right?
Basically.
That means John Wayne Bobbitt would make a rather lousy soccer player, I am assuming. Maybe for just the short goals. But at any rate, there's the net. Here's the ball. Get the ball into the net. Don't use your hands or arms. Wow. Let me see if I got that now, huh? Hey. Could we go over that again? Let's try Brian here on whatever it is he's using, car phone. Hi, Brian.
Good morning, Neal.
Are you telling me that you're actually interested in the World Cup?
Yes and no. I have to agree with you on one point. Soccer is not exactly the most exciting sport, but if you want to say it's the least physical sport out there, you're insane.
Oh, no. I didn't say that.
Well,
I never said that. I know that the average soccer player probably runs between 8 and 10 miles during the course of a game.
Yeah, but that doesn't carry. That doesn't matter. What matters is who you run into. If you're saying that soccer's boring because it's not physical, that's the most physical game I could ever possibly think of outside of hockey.
Oh, how about football?
No. Because football, you hit somebody for 10 seconds, then you got 30 seconds to relax. You all group together in your tight little pants. You stand there, you look at each other, you say, oh, you look good in the tight pants. Then you go back and you go at it for 30 seconds more. You come back and say, hey, you looked really good.
But I will agree with you about hockey. Hockey is that's the greatest spectator sport there is.
Oh, no doubt. Well, next to baseball.
I think hockey...
I'm sorry. I'd watch Shelties wrestling under a blanket for 3 hours.
Well, you're not watching the baseball, though. I think that soccer is the best spectator sport. The difference between hockey and baseball, is that baseball is as much a social event as it is spectator sport. You go there with some friends, you talk, you drink a couple of beers, you enjoy yourself out in the sun or on a nice baseball evening, and you watch the game. But in hockey, you are totally immersed in the game the whole time they're playing. It's not somewhere you go to talk with your buddies and just have a good time.
Yeah, but Neal, have you ever been to a soccer game?
Oh, yeah. I used to be the stadium announcer for the Atlanta Chiefs when they were playing in town. I've seen my share of soccer. It was excruciating. I was the most interesting part of the game.
Well, I don't doubt that at all. However, I found that soccer is extremely just as interesting as hockey, in that you're watching the game the whole time.
They get rid of some of the rules, like some of these offside rules.
Offsides is ridiculous.
Yeah,
just the same as in hockey. If somebody's got a breakaway, go.
Yeah, if you break away, hey, look at that sumbitch go.
Exactly.
And there he is. It's him and the goaltender.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Neal, I wanted to put in a personal plea while I got you.
Yeah?
I want to put in a plea for the Yankees tickets.
Well, we never give anything to anybody that asks for them. You know that.
Well, I know, but I thought I'd take a shot anyway.
Yeah,
the last time my father saw the Yankees play, he took me
don't give me this father nonsense.
He's not sick, he's not ill or anything like that. It's just something I'd like to do for him.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get tickets and I can't get any. But he hasn't seen them since he took me there for my 10th birthday.
Listen, there's no less than 30 of Royals brothers be happy to sell you a ticket right out there near Turner Field on Wednesday night.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sure they're not nearly as good as the ones you got.
Well, they'll tell you they are.
I know they'll tell me, but Neal, you're going to tell me the truth. You tell me the truth.
I'm sorry. We don't ever give away things to people that ask for them. If we ever do, then you know what this show becomes.
Even better than it is now.
Yeah, right. Hey, but thanks a lot and good try. Do you know?
That was pretty good.
What?
Even better than it is now. That was quick thinking.
You should give him for that alone.
Do you know that a couple of weeks ago, some scalper was out there selling counterfeit tickets to our suite?
No.
Yes. I was in the suite, and these people kept showing up that we had no clue who they were. Well, I got these tickets. Well, good for you, but you're not. Well, and it was amazing because some of them, because they couldn't get through the suite door with these they actually went around to the front and climbed over the railing to get into the suite. We're sitting in there, eating some snacks and watching these people climbing over the railings to get into the suite with their tickets they bought from some scalper out there on the street. Hey, folks, don't screw with these scalpers.
What's the proper etiquette for kicking someone out of your suite?
Leave. You leave, or I'll call security. Works.
There you go.
Yeah. But then another story of a friend of mine, and these scalpers out there on the streets, folks, these are not people to be screwed with. They really are not. This guy had a whole bunch of people. He was going to the game. He already had about 4 tickets. He needed about 4 more. So he's standing there talking to a group of scalpers, telling them he needs 4 tickets. The 4 tickets he already had were in his shirt pocket. One of the scalpers just reached over, grabbed the ticket out of his shirt pocket, and ran, while the other scalpers prevented him from chasing the guy, which was probably a good idea because he got his ass killed. So most of these people you see standing around the stadium with signs that say need tickets and trying to sell, they do not have good intentions, folks. They are not people that you want to deal with. If you pull up, and this happened to one of our people, one of our sales weasels. Remember this? One of our own sales weasels, who I will not mention his or her name, has some extra tickets and decides to make a little bit of cash going into the ball game. So here's the dude standing by. Need tickets. So they pull their car over to the side of the road. And the dude is looking through the window. Right, I got these. And the dude spots the laptop on the front seat. Decided he needed laptop more than he needed tickets. Reached through, grabbed the laptop computer, and he's gone. And our sales weasel's left sitting on the street. Still has the ticket. Hey, don't you want the ticket? And the guy's running across the parking lot with their laptop.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you off the air which one of our sales weasels that was. I'm not going to say it on the air because he or she might just absolutely kill me. 8720750, the number, and let's do Glenn here next on a car phone. How you doing, Glenn?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
Super.
Good. I just wanted to say about soccer. I think you call it a pansy sport. I think there's far less players patting each other on the butts than in baseball, basketball, or football.
Well, that's because they spend all their time chasing each other.
That could be.
Listen, America is one of the greatest sports countries in the world. We have far more professional athletes in this country. We have more varying, wide variety of sports. There is no country anywhere in the world that can match the United States when it comes to sports fans, money spent on sports, money spent on sporting goods, money spent at sporting events, so forth. Nobody tops the United States in that. Nobody even gets close to the United States in that. Yet you can't get people to spit on a soccer game in this country because it is dull and boring. And this, if a sport can't make it in this country, it can't make it.
Maybe that's the mystique behind it.
Yeah. Come see a soccer game, the sport that failed in the United States. Well, that's a sales point.
Well, I think if you want to see an exciting physical soccer match, you get Neal Boortz against Dr. Laura and throw the ball in there and let him go at it.
Well, I can't do it today because I kind of blew out a knee over the weekend.
Because you're too uncoordinated to play soccer.
No.
That's why you're so angry.
Hey, uncoordinated, I used to play hockey.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I was a defenseman. I was a hard-ass defenseman, too.
I think you were. Well, I think it's a fun game, and the reason I like it is because you can take a team like Nigeria, and you can put them against an all-white boy team, and you're not sure who's going to win.
And while you're out there in the field, they got a guy back in the locker room taking all your credit cards.
But, in this country, you look at a game like that and you go, oh, my gosh, those white boys are in trouble.
You know how you can tell when Nigeria's playing a soccer game, can't you?
How's that?
Well, the players' parking lot is full of yellow cabs.